The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All righty, folks. Welcome on here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. I'm your host, Darrell Martin, right here on TFNN.com. Don't forget you can listen to us on your mobile phone anywhere at TFNN.mobi. 9 hours of live trader commentary a day. And markets moving. That's an understatement, right? So we got the S&P right now. It's down to 11.75. Not a big deal. We got the Russell down 20 points on the day. We got the NASDAQ down 49 points. We got the Dow down 61. Copper right now, it's moved on down about 0.17. Not a big move on copper, but gold down 25 points right now. So massive move on gold. Silver is actually down 1.2%. Gold almost at 2% negative territory right there. So big moves on gold. We got natural gas. Net gas right now is down 0.79%. We have oil is currently up 11 cents on the day. We got corn is moving and shaking up $10. We got soybeans. That's a 2% move, by the way, on corn, so that's a big move. We got soybeans up 14 points, a 1% move there. Euro dollar is currently down just a mere 4 pips. We got the Aussie dollar down 30 pips, and we have the dollar franc, up 30 pips, yeah. And then we have the pound dollar is pretty much flat, up 1 pip on the day. The dollar franc is up 16. Dollar CAD is down 1. Dollar yen is currently basically flat on the day. And the Aussie yen's up 33 with the Euro yen down 11. The pound yen down 2. And the Euro pound is down 1 pip on the day. And like I said, just checking out everything, what all is going on. And trying to see, what we can do to take advantage of the markets. And let's see here. I think we might, I'm going to be watching for some trades. We'll just see what might pop up, might be something that we can take advantage of. And let's see here. I'm trying to pull something up for you. But the first thing we're going to do is just to make sure you're caught up on the news. No major scheduled news trades for today, okay? Just so you know that. Got that one out of the way. We had the German flash manufacturing last night. We had the French flash manufacturing last night. German does have a little bit of impact. French, pretty much non-existent. The G7 meetings are going on all day, okay? So these are the big boys. Canada, Italy, France, Germany, Japan, the UK, and the US. They're closed to the press, but people come out, they make little comments and conversations. They're talking right now about the Ukraine. They're talking about isolating Russia. So that's one of the things that's come out right now. And they're, basically trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. But from the last report I can see right now, looks like they're holding the meetings. They're considering the response to Russia annexing Crimea. They're isolating Moscow, which is actually due to take over the rotation of the G8 presidency. So this is the G7, and they're actually supposed to step into that place at the head of that meeting. So that's an interesting little dynamic there. Vladimir Putin has signed some laws completing Russia's annexation of the peninsula on the Black Sea, and his troops have seized the Ukrainian airbase there. What has become the biggest confrontation, I'm just reading over a quick story right here. But, so they're basically just trying to figure out, what do we do now? Because these guys are supposed to be in our group, but, this is not acceptable. So they're trying to figure that out. That's obviously going to cause, a little bit of volatility in the markets. And let's see here. Just to see what else is going on. This morning we had quite a few things happening, but just trying to figure out maybe some of the lead stories for you, and then we'll dive into the news. Saw a few things here. Money market rates rising, but beyond that, not a whole lot. Probably the one, or I guess the two big stories. We got also the G7 going, maybe 3 stories. But as far as stories, they got the G7 going. Russia also announced that they were going to sanction the U.S. So this is getting interesting. They're going to freeze U.S. assets, and they're going to ban U.S. visas. So, so obviously, you know, there's going to be some jitters going on, and we're seeing that. So let's see updates on that. So the tit for tat, right? Because like we're starting to, you know, do stuff with them, and with the G7 especially. Russia says it will respond to each hostile step from the U.S. because, you know, we're invading like they are, right? And Russia's sanctions list includes John McCain and Harry Reid. But apparently they spelled his name wrong. And John Boehner and Benjamin Rhodes. This list includes 9 officials. All are barred from entering Russia. I'm sure they're very sad about that fact. Russia also said it's introducing mutually based sanctions. It means that every U.S. sanction will be met by an equal opposite Russia response automatically. So whatever we do, they're going to do to us. Other officials on the list, Carolina Atkinson, Daniel Pfeiffer, Robert Menendez, Marilyn Drew, and Daniel Coates, you know, just other official people. But anyway, so this is going to give you some volatility you can take advantage of. All right? And you obviously can't control what stupid people do, but you can control how you decide to trade the markets. Also last night, we had the HSBC flash manufacturing PMI come out from China, and not usually a trade that I really trade. It's I'm starting to work on this Forex data engine. It's going to go through and analyze all scheduled government news announcements and the reactions on all Nadex markets. So before and after, and working with a trader I've been working with for quite a while. He's helping me put it together. He's an Oracle database engineer, and then we're going to put all the logic and query and try to make this thing as cool and simple and easy to use as possible. But anyway, so that one came out, and one of the traders was pointing out to me last night, and honestly, I just haven't really looked at it that much. But they were pointing out last night, Danny was, and he said, hey, you know, look at this, man. This thing seems to pretty much rock the markets. You know, it's not really one that we normally look at, but it seems to have a pretty good impact on the markets pretty consistently when this report comes out on the Aussie dollar. And so I'm like, wow, I'm going to have to definitely add that to our list. And whether or not it's tradable, you know, you got to dive in and look at it. I mean, looking at it right now, I'm thinking, hey, that looks like a great iron condor, not necessarily a strangle. But the big benefit is the number one benefit of understanding news, okay? The number two benefit is being able to trade it. But the number one benefit is so it doesn't nail you, okay? You're in the wrong direction. I mean, the thing was trending down. Hopefully you were short anyway. But you're in on the wrong direction. The market's going down, down, down. But let's say you thought it was going to bounce off this level, it was going to go up. It came back down to where it was at settlement the previous day. And here, I'll throw the deviations on here real quick. All right. And so it comes on, you know, down. It moves down to this level, and you're like, hey, I think the market's gonna bounce. And when you think that, you go long, and then the market crashes because you had no idea there was a news report coming out. So what we're trying to do is the goal. So right there, that's where you could have like bought off of that drawdown. And so what we're trying to do is basically help you be aware, you know, of the news, like sort of like the tornado siren. Hey, you know, twister's coming. You know, make sure you're, you know, ready for it. Either whether you want to take advantage of it and trade it, or whether you want to just get out of the way, tighten your stops, you know, or maybe you have another idea. But if you don't have an idea of exactly what you're going to do when it happens, then the idea is you need to get out of the way and don't trade into the number. If you know how to trade it, if you want to learn how to trade it, then that is your next step. And, you know, like I'll back off in a lot of my other strategies when news comes out, but then I'll flip to a news mode. And I'll trade my new strategies, like the strangles, the straddles, the butterflies, the iron condors that I teach here. I teach right here on TFNN. You get all this education free. And, you know, to get started, what do? Step one, click on TFNN.com, click on the Nadex banner, okay? And so right here on the Nadex banner, click on Create an Account. And when you click on Create Account, then you can open a live account. But, you know, obviously, I don't want to do live yet, right? So go to Trading, go to Demo Trading Account. And on Demo Trading Account is fill in your username, first name, last name, phone number, and email address. Instantly, you'll get an email. You'll be able to log in and access the Nadex Demo Trading platform. They'll put $25,000 of funny money in there, and you can start trying to do this, you know, and make a lot of mistakes, mess up. It's okay. That's the point of demo. it's a really interesting dynamic. Traders often are bent towards a gambling mentality, a little bit of addiction problems and stuff like that. And so they try to go, demo isn't real. It's not real money. You don't have the emotions going on. And so, I like to have some skin in the game, etc. Okay, well and they can almost make it sound like it actually makes sense. Except for the fact that there is a reality. In any profession, okay, you practice, you go to school, you do 1,000 free throw shots before you ever actually do one, so that when you get to the NBA championship and you're going to shoot that free throw, and it's literally you're tied, or maybe you're down by 2 points and you got 2 free throws you get to shoot, that's not the time to practice. That's not the time to, hey, let me see what happens, okay? You should have done thousands of them before you ever got there, and not just during the games. You should have done them during practice time, after the games, on your own. You should have been practicing when it didn't count, because it is going to count. So do it when it doesn't count. Do it in demo, so that way when you get to live and it does count, then it doesn't kill you. Okay? Because survival is the name of the game. Also, just get down the muscle memory. It's just like shooting a free throw. I remember whenever I was, playing college, I played college in basketball, and they just were drilling in muscle memory, and just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of free throw shots, and you're just dying. And the whole point is, you're so exhausted, but your muscles will still fire off the exact same way. And it should just be so repetitively, bland, boring, that it's literally, you can pretty much do it while you're asleep. There's no thought. It's muscle memory. And that's the point of demo. It's to get that muscle memory down. Okay? It's to make the mistakes when it doesn't matter. It's to actually build. This is probably one of the most important pieces. It's to build the discipline of being disciplined when you go live. If you don't have the discipline to trade in demo, you won't have the discipline to manage your risk, your profit, your size, your rules when you go live. Period. Okay? So you need to develop that discipline. So it's not, part of it's just make sure you understand how the thing works, how the binary or the spread works, or whatever else it is you trade. Make sure that you understand the platform, you make the mistakes, you learn how to read it, you know what's going on, so you don't have to think about it, find it, look at it, and make sure you get down the system and that you can execute and you work out all your rules. But also, again, one of the number one benefits is you are developing the discipline that you need to be a disciplined live trader. All right, stay right there. We'll be back right after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, the Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And so, again, I'm sort of doing a little soapbox here on demo accounts, because the number one objective, the first objective you're going to have is survival as a trader. And survival comes first and foremost from risk management. And risk management actually comes from discipline, okay? And so the reason I push demo so much with people is because I want them to develop the discipline before they actually risk real money, so that way they can survive long enough to hopefully make some, or a lot, okay? And the excuse of, like I said, skin in the game, it's not real unless it's real, I feel like I'm wasting my time, you know, well, are you wasting your time when you just lost $50, $100, $500 because you did it in live and you didn't know, you made a mistake? You know, yeah. You're wasting your money, and you're wasting your time, and now you have less money to come back into the game with, okay? So you want to have all your capital to come into the game with, and get that demo going, all right? And your next step, now understand, they're going to give you a demo for a couple weeks. You can get that demo extended. It's very simple. Just click on Create an Account, fund it with $100. Just $100 is the minimum requirement. I personally would tell a trader that I know, all right, I can't recommend what you do, but to put a minimum of 500 in. And I really think you should have at least 1,000 when you start, okay? So I would say minimum 1,000, but no less than 500. Just so you can actually properly execute some risk management, Okay, because when you start going dropping below 1,000, I mean, you're probably risking at least 10% or more a trade. Okay, so trying to get you up to that, number. Now again, 500 could work, but again, survival. So, but don't. If you hop in there with $100 in your live account and you start going to town, come on. All right, you better be right. You better get your string of winners right out of the gate. Could happen. And if it does, great. But if it doesn't, don't write it off and go, these binaries don't work. This didn't work. You had $100, okay? So you didn't even have the probabilities stacked up to work for you because you didn't do enough trades to have any probabilities in your trading system. So that's why I'm saying like 500, 1,000 really ideally is a bare bones minimum to get started. But it's only $100 to fund a live account. So the next step actually would not be necessarily funding with 500 or 1,000. The next step would be funding maybe with just 100. Why? Because if you fund with 100 and you place a trade, now you can fund with 5,000, 10,000. I know guys that have 6 figures, etc. in there, whatever. But if you place one trade, whether it be 100 contracts where you're risking $70 a piece, or one contract where you're risking 3, if you place one live trade, you can call Nadex, and they will extend your demo out for a year. Okay? I mean, you can get in and get out if you wanted to. So whatever, and they'll get that extended. Now, obviously, your goal is to get to live as soon as possible, but not sooner than you should. So get that demo, get that going, get that live. I'd probably go ahead and, within the first week, if not the first day, I'd go ahead and open the live account. I'd probably pop the trade on, get the trade out, knock that out, so that way you're not worried about your demo expiring. It's good for a year, okay? Understand how the platform works. Understand how the scanner works. If you have not checked out the scanner, you are costing yourself money, period. It's that simple. Okay, like you really are costing yourself money if you have not used the scanner. We have it over on TFNN, and but it makes everything easier. It makes it faster. It is not an advanced user trading tool. It is a tool you should be using from day one. Figure out how to do the basic things on the platform, but don't rely upon the platform. All right? The platform is not, it was made by programmers, not traders. Let's put it that way. In the sense of, it wasn't made from the trading perspective. It was made from how do we deliver the product perspective. And where I came in, I'm like, you know what? This is not going to work. And now, obviously, I didn't code it. I had programmers make it. Okay, some of my programmers made mine too. But I designed it as what do I want as a trader. Okay? So you really, really want to have, the scanner to get you going to go, hey, how is this going to help you? I mean, I've been doing this for years. Okay? Been trading with Nadex, and I'm like, what do I need? Not as an advanced trader, even as a beginning trader, because, this started off out of the gate. You'll realize real quick, you're like, oh, this is complex. And what you do is you settle. You go, I'll just pick this one because, it's so much work. And, you have all these option chains, going on. And just to show you an example of what I mean, if we go over here and, we look over here, on the Nadex platform, we get it back up here. You go in and you got, the spreads right there. You're going in. There's all this stuff. Like, what does this mean? 12, and then you see like this information and, all this stuff is on here. And it's just, if I would look at every spread, I got to click here. Okay, I got that one. That's 3 of them. I got to click here. That's 3 more. I got to click here. That's 3 more. Look here. There's 4 more. So I literally, to look at 13 spreads, I got to click 4 places and remember what I saw in all the last one to find the best one. Or I go over here, I click on S&P. Maybe I want to buy at this point. Okay? And there they are. One page, everything I need to know. All right? We'll be back right after this break.
In quiet market,
Andy Hecht will be hosting his first paid workshop on TFNN, the Techno-Mental Trading Method, which is taking place Friday, March 28th from noon till 3:30 Eastern Time. Relying on his decades of experience as a professional commodities trader for some of the largest and most well-respected firms in the business, Andy will be teaching for 3 full hours discussing the application of the technomentals he uses when trading commodities, futures, inter and intra-commodity spreads, commodity-related stocks, ETFs and ETNs, and related options, and much more. You'll receive an added bonus of a quick reference guide that Andy has put together for everyone that attends that breaks down the U.S. traded commodity-based ETF and ETN products available to you as a trader. The Techno-Mental Trading Method, Friday, March 28th from noon till 3:30 Eastern Time. This workshop will be archived so that if you can't attend live, you can view it whenever you'd like on demand for 30 days. For all the details and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, so going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Okay, so we're going through just multiple concepts today, but talking about get your demo account and get your live account, fund the account, throw on a trade, get that demo extended, hop in, learn how the platform works. Next step, hop on and learn how the scanner works from day one. Okay, free trial on there. You can use it, check it out. Will be very helpful, but it's insanely helpful when you're doing these trades, whether you're doing the binaries or the spreads. Okay, and you can hop right in here. It'll tell you how much time is there till expiration on every spread that exists, not after you click on this button and this button and this button and this button. Okay, so you don't have to do the math on minutes to expiration, which is really helpful too if you're in something besides the Eastern time zone, because you're not thinking Eastern time. Now, as a personal trading tip, something I do is I set my clock to Eastern time. I'm not in Eastern time. I'm in Central. I'm in Texas, but I set it to Eastern so that way everything I look at lines up. Okay. On my clock. And so my charts are Eastern time, my news feeds are Eastern time, so I'm in like Eastern time when I come upstairs. When I go back down, I gain an hour. It's great. But and then this is the width of the spread. There's reasons for that. That's good for the iron condors, and we're choosing whether or not you want to do an iron condor or a straddle with it. And then the contract name. This is the description, like actually as you see if you're inside the platform, that right there, that information. So telling you, what contract is it? It's the US 500. What is the US 500? We tell you right here. The CME S&P E-mini June 2014 futures. And here's what the symbol is in Ninja. Here's what the symbol is like in Thinkorswim. They have a / by the way, like / ESM4. And you need to make sure you put the month in there to make sure you have the right contract, because the roll dates could be a little bit different between the spreads and the futures, because they all expire on a Friday, whereas a lot of the futures themselves will start rolling on a Thursday. So just to make sure you're in sync with Nadex, always make sure you use that right contract month. And then we would tell you tick sizes, ratios, 1 spread equals 5, or 5 spreads equals 1 S&P. So all that information right there, what contract it's falling is even in the name, the floor, 1850, the ceiling, or 1840 to 1850. Tells you how close is it to the where the actual live market is. This little gray zone right here, like where it gets dark to light gray. That's what the live market is. That's where the S&P futures are. And so obviously we're not telling you the actual price because you need a quote to get that, but we are just showing you relative, in the spread, where is the S&P relative to the floor and the ceiling of the spread. And so is it at the money? That means like within like 10 ticks. Is it in the money? Meaning is the S&P in between the floor and the ceiling of the spread? Or is it out of the money? Right now there's not any out of the money showing up. But let's see, I don't think I have any. Yeah, there's no filters on here. So and then we tell you what the bid and offer is. Okay? And so pretty simple, but just the bid and the offer of the actual spread right there. And after that, we tell you, what direction. You buying or selling. So this is all the information. This information right here is all based on, buying to the right here. Okay? So proximity to underlying. How far is the underlying market from it? It's an option. So is it, I guess this one is basically priced right at where the market is. 1847.6. The market's at 1847.5 right now. Okay? What's the max risk on the trade? What's the max profit on the trade? What's the risk-reward ratio on the trade? So all that information is done for you versus you going over here and, again, not only clicking in multiple places, but also having to compare the price to the underlying to see the proximity, having to either do the math by subtracting what is the price minus the floor to get the risk, what is the ceiling minus the price to get the profit, or having to open it manually and choose one on each one of them to get the information spit out to you. Okay? And then what's your risk-reward ratio, all that stuff. And then be able to compare them to side-by-side instantly. Again, 2 o'clocks, 3 o'clocks, 4 o'clocks, 4:15s, all of that stuff all popping up. And it'll on the live platform, you have to click refresh every hour or the stuff will go away. On the Nadex scanner, it automatically drops the expired contracts and adds the new contracts. So you don't have to remember to hit refresh. And why does that seem important? Well, because at 2 o'clock, what's going to happen is the 2 o'clocks are going to drop off and the 4 o'clocks will become available. If you're over here and you don't know that, you'll see the 2 o'clocks, but they'll look closed. Okay, there'll be nothing. You're like, okay. But you won't even know that there are brand new, 2 to 4 o'clocks right here on the S&P available. You won't even see them. You won't even look for them if you didn't remember every single hour to hit the word refresh. So we automated that process for you, so you don't have to worry about that. These are all things that I wanted as a trader myself. And then let's say, you only want certain trades. You can get really specific, but before we do that, what I tell everybody is start off when you're using the scanner without using any of the filters to begin with, okay? So just let it show you everything, because this is something right here that you just can't do at Nadex. So you can just look at everything and what's there. And then maybe you want to trade more than one market. Maybe I want to check out the S&P and I want to check out the Russell. Well, now I can check out 2 markets on one screen. But we're starting to get a lot of information on here, right? I mean, I have to scroll up and down. So how can I get rid of all this scrolling process? Well, a couple things. One is I can start using filters. But again, start here and go, what do I want or what do I not want to see? Don't start at the filters and try to become a master of the filters when you don't even know what it is you don't want to see yet. The filters is literally saying, don't show me this. Okay, I mean, it's saying, do show me this, but it's also saying, don't show me this. So if you can think of it as like, what do I not want to see, then that's a little bit easier. Like maybe you're looking at the S&P, and maybe you're thinking that you have a buy trade, or whatever. You think the market's done its drop for the day, it's going to bounce back up. And so you click on buy. So you're saying, show me the buys. Obviously, don't show me the sells. We just dropped half the contracts off. And now you're saying, you know what, it's probably going to be pretty flat here for the next, hour or so. This is lunchtime. I really want to take a trade to 4 o'clock, 4:15. So I don't want anything that's going to expire between now and 3. Well, let's see, it's 1:40 right now. So let me go ahead and make this, 80, 85 minutes. Okay? What that's going to do is immediately drop off the ones that expire at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So now I only see the 415s on both contracts, okay? And so dailies and, so they have like a whole series of them. So I only see those right there on both contracts. And I go, I really want to have, I don't want to risk more than $100 a contract. And I probably won't even risk that much, but I want to risk that more than that a contract. So now we only have 4 contracts showing, okay? And then I go, I really want them to be pretty close to where the market is priced. So you may, narrow that down. There's a lot of ways you can do that, but you go, I really want pretty close to where the market's priced. And so you could actually choose, say, at the market. I get rid of the out of the monies and the in the monies and just show you the at the market spreads with $100 risk on the trades. Now we had a couple just pop up because we just had the at the markets in there. And so we got all these, but that's 122. And let's click that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're narrowing it down. It's giving us a little bit of range on that. And so if I want to get it even tighter, I can. Okay? So if I want to go, 13 ticks is still too much for me. Maybe I want 20. Maybe I want 10. I could say like minus 10 to plus 10 ticks. So that, my long and my shorts. Okay? So like break-even distance or proximity. And go right down here. And there we go. There's the closest spread. That's the best spread for me to trade if I want to mirror the market exactly. Okay? That's my spread. Out of all the spreads that we had, we narrowed it down to 1. And all I did is I said, I just want ones within 10 ticks. I want at least, over an hour till expiration. I want to risk more than $100. What is available? That's it. And now I don't have to do that all over again. Like, there's my settings. So I go, what about the Dow? What if I do the same thing over on crude? Crude's going to close soon. We'll have to bring this down a little bit. Okay? What if I want to do the same thing on, corn, soybeans, Aussie, Euro? And now I can go down here. Okay, here's the 3 contracts that meet your qualifications on Aussie. Nothing meets your qualifications on those contracts. We got 3 over here on the Dow. We have 2 on the S&P. And those are due to expirations because they expire like at 2:30. Here's the ones on Euro Dollar. Here's the ones on. There's only one on small cap that meets your exact specifications. And again, if I bring this down even further, if I bring it down to like say 15 minutes or something, then we'll see a few more pop up. But as long as they do meet the specs, and they'll go down, and we just easily find those contracts. The lower I make it, now when I lower my minutes, now I have 2 o'clocks and 3 o'clocks and 4:15s. So it just dropped all those off, and you'll get better and better and better at this. You're already filtering when you use the Nadex platform, or hopefully you're filtering when you use the Nadex platform. You see now a contract popped up that met specs, boom, it shows up. So if one does come in, it'll show up. You're already filtering because you're going over here when you're on Nadex and you're like, okay, what do I want to trade? All right, start off, you log in. I want to trade indices. What index do you want to trade? I want to trade the S&P. Okay. So how much time do you want? Maybe you're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want binaries, I want spreads. You got to start over here. Okay, S&P. And then I want to, I want the 415s. Okay, we got 8 to 415s and we got daily to 415s. So now you literally, just by saying, I know I want end of days, you still have 7 spreads to choose from. And now you got on 2 pages. Okay? And so with that, now you're going to go, okay, so you want to buy or sell? Want to buy. Okay, so I want to look at the right side here. Now what, where's the market at? How close is the proximity? So the market's currently priced at 1848.25. Let's see, 1860.4. Wow, that's really far out. Well, there's a reason. It's because it's 1860 is the floor, and it goes up to 1900, so it's way out of the money. So I don't want that one. Okay, one of these 3, they're pretty much all priced the same. Which one has the best risk if all 3 are priced the same? Well, to figure that out, I'm going to have to go, okay, what's the price? What's the highest floor? Okay, probably that one right there definitely is going to be the lowest risk. That's the closest to the market currently. By the way, that's the one we found automatically over on the other thing. And then we're going to go over here. Okay, so we got one contract. Now we're going to go over here to the other dailies. So we have the 8 to 415s. Now we got these right here. These are the ones that started at 8 a.m. And let's see, that's pretty close to the same price. 1830, 1840. Okay, so that's going to have a little more risk. 1845, 1840. Okay, that may have a little less risk, but it is a little further away from the market. Let me see here. Okay, where are we at on prices? Okay, that one's $40 risk. That one's $68 risk. But it's another whole point. That was the 20 ticks we saw. Remember when I narrowed down the ticks? Trade. So if I go over here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll eliminate all these other markets. Okay, we'll get rid of all that. And I'll just make this, like say 25. Okay. And buy $100. And then we'll go ahead and say we want the end of the days there, so we'll just put 85 minutes. And we have 2 contracts. So all the work I just went through, okay, where I went through and I looked at, I rolled these out, I went down to these 7 contracts, I looked at each one of them, I did the math in my head, I subtracted the price from the floor in each one, then which one would have the best risk, which ones are close to where the market was, what direction did I want to go, what time did I want, and now I'm settled on the $40 and the $88 one. Okay, well, between the two, which one do I want? Okay, now I got to pick that. Well, this one goes to 1875, this one goes to 1880, so this one can make about 50 more bucks, but do I really expect the market to run to 1880 today? Probably not on the expectation list. I mean, it could happen, so it's not in the realm of impossibility. It's, it's a little past. 1880 is about 1.25 deviations above settlement, and we're currently about -5 on deviation. So, I mean, we're talking about almost a 2 deviation move from the low for it to get up there. So not really expecting it to move that high anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I get half the risk, $40 versus $88. That also means half the margin, so I don't have to use as much capital to do the exact same. I still make $1 per tick, okay? Now the one disadvantage to the one on the right versus the one on the left is one's at 1849.4, one's at 1848.8. So like right over here, so this one right here, the price. Why is that a disadvantage? Look at where the market is. The market's at 1848.3. So this one's trading pretty much right on par with the market. So it's sort of a tick for tick move going on, okay? This one is trading has about a point of premium in there. So I have $40 less risk, $44 less risk. But I have about $10 of premium. So this is like pure intrinsic value. You know what that means? That means like the real value, like the price between the price where it's being sold and the floor, and the market's at that same price. So if the market didn't move at all right now and expired where it was, you'd get all your money back. That's what intrinsic value is. It's like it's the real value. So if the market didn't do anything between now and expiration, you would get all the money back. Extrinsic value is the time value. It's part of the reason why there's lower risk. Okay. So I have real value, I have about $30 of real value, but I have about $10 of what's called extrinsic time value. And so I'm giving up if the market didn't move at all, I'd lose about $10 on the trade. But no matter how far the market goes against me, I can't lose more than 40. So that's a pretty good trade-off. But I had to go through like 10 minutes of analysis versus just going, okay, boom, 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 38, 78, 10 ticks off, that one. Okay, like that fast. No math. All done. All right, stay there. We'll be back right after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
What's up? Darrell Martin here, back at the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So hopefully you picked up a few tips today, but I wanted to, again, just show you, like, it's so much simpler. Whatever I just did here on the scanner, however hard that may seem to you initially, we had to do all of that over here, going through 7 contracts, doing all the math, comparing all the things. Where here it's like, ones that expire after 4. I want to buy. How close are they to the market? What is my risk? Make my decision, click the button, pull the trigger. Okay? I can do it in demo and live. Okay? So I'm not in my demo right now, I'm only in my live. It'll tell you. So just click live or demo up here to choose. You can also default the quantity that, uploads right there. And boom, pops right up. And you can get going. I mean, that fast. Okay? Or you can do live. You can go back and forth. It does work on Explorer now. It does work on Firefox. We highly recommend, though, that you use Chrome. One, we have advanced functions built in. If you're using Chrome, Chrome is more stable. Chrome does not have memory leak issues like Firefox has, and is more secure than Explorer is. So I know you may hate Google, but Google's like privacy concerns. One, you can turn them all off. to the issues that people think about Google. It's not Google Chrome. It's actually Google like websites, AdWords that we're reading like cookies and stuff off of like Explorer and Firefox and hacking through that. So that's all been addressed and resolved. But you can go through and you can tighten stuff down or whatever. You can use it just for the scanner, just for Nadex if you want to. But I highly, 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 highly recommend you use Google Chrome. Okay? I even have a whole video on why you should use Google Chrome. But anyway, so that right there gets you up, gets you running. And not only do we have the spreads, but we also have the binaries. And of course we have the deviation levels, we have the rollover calendars, we have the whole help section, so there's a lot of stuff in here. But on the binary section, I mean, this is really helpful because I'll go in and let's say I'm trading, right at the end of the day, I'm just trading the 415s, or maybe I'm just looking for trades like right now in the next 4 minutes. And I can literally go down here and bring this thing down to 15 minutes. I only want to, buy. I only want in the monies. What do I got? Okay, there's a trade. There's a trade. That's all 4 markets. There's only one acceptable premium trade. Okay, it's the S&P. The S&P is currently trading at 1848.2. On that, the market's at 1849. That's about a 0.7. That's about a 3-tick difference between where the market's at right now and expiration. So if I go ahead and buy that contract, then as an expiration premium collection trade, on, done, filled, over, hop up. I mean, you can go really, really, really fast. Okay, and throwing a trade on, then turning it around, going, okay, well maybe I want to go ahead and take profit on this trade, so I'm going to set it for 94, set it right there, hit place order, it's in, it's done. I mean, it's just like in, out, done, simple. Like everything right there being managed right inside the platform. And if you want to add on, if you want to do more, whatever you want to do, it's very, very, very simple. Just to add the positions. And again, I analyzed multiple markets in a second. Okay? I didn't have to go in and look on, I would have to look at 4 different screens just to see all of these indices. All right? And I didn't have to do that. I only had to look at one screen to see all of the indices at one time. I could actually see every market on Nadex at one time if I wanted to. So, again, very, very easy way to, do your trades, manage your risk, put all the pieces together. And, it's a cool way to do it. And then you can also see your positions. You can see your take profits being connected to them. I'm actually going to cancel this take profit now because we're inside the dark zone unless somebody, I guess, wants to fill it for me. I guess I could always edit it, make it 3. And so I'm going to edit it over here on this ticket, and you'll see it actually show up inside the platform right there. Boom. And so it'll expire here in just a minute. But it's very, very, very simple trades. And anyways, hope y'all learned a couple things, and I will see you tomorrow right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.